Hello, everyone. This is Randy again, and this Substack deals with a Substack I just recently read that I think coalesces nicely with my whole thought process about planning your retirement and also planning your succession. So, the name of the Substack was Your 12 Good Years, and it was written about a month ago by a gentleman by the name of Dan Haylett. And he talks about the 12 good years of retirement, which are age 60 to 72. Now, what do we mean by the 12 good years? Well, first of all, what you have to realize is that when you retire, you start to lose energy as you age. So from that age 60 to 72, your mobility, your energy, and your independence significantly decline. You may live to be 90 or 100, and of course, that's what we used to base our financial planning on, to make sure that you had enough money to last you till 90 or 100. But you have to also think about the years where you have health, you have energy, and are willing to go out and still do some fun things in your life. I'm halfway through this period already, so I'm going to be 67 next month. So I'm more than halfway through the 60 to 72 time frame, and I'm going to make sure that I get out there and do some fun things yet with travel. Now, we've witnessed this as financial advisors. I've seen many of my clients who retire at younger ages, and the first thing they do is go out and spend money on travel. They're doing it right. But then once I start talking to the 80 and 85-year-olds, they say, Randy, if you want to travel, do it now. Make sure you get out there and get it done, because you are not going to want to get on that long haul flight to New Zealand or Africa, Canary Islands, whatever it might be. You're going to want to make sure that you do it when you still feel like you've got the energy and the drive to do it. So there's a lot of energy decline. It takes longer to recover from illness in your mid-70s. Again, those trips, not as appealing to Africa and New Zealand and Galapagos Islands. So you're going to want to make sure that you spend some time planning your retirement, hopefully in your 50s, if not certainly early 60s, and make sure you get out early enough to be able to do those 3-week trips, or even doing anything else that's enjoyable other than your current job. Now, I'm not saying that you can't enjoy what you do in your work, but at some point you have to give yourself a little bit of a break and say, okay, maybe it's time for me to consider making this move, doing some planning, getting the right people in place, and allowing myself to get out the door. So I hope you find this helpful. I would encourage you to look up the Your 12 Good Years Substack by Dan Haylett. It's a much more in-depth than what I just indicated, and I think you will find it to be very helpful to you in making sure that you're able to retire at a reasonable age. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.